Welcome to the 8th grade homework helper series. Tonight's homework is EL 15, writing the equation of a line given 2 points. We'll start by going over the 6 steps that you need to follow in order to be able to find the equation of a line from 2 given points. Step number 1, you're going to use the given coordinates and the slope formula, which is right here, to find the slope of the coordinates. So you're going to plug those coordinates in here, get an answer, and then once you got the answer, you move on to step 2. You're going to replace m, the slope, in a slope-intercept form equation. So the answer you got from number 1 is your slope, and you're going to take this equation and you're going to substitute the slope for m right here. And once you've done that, you're ready to move on to step 3. Use one of the given points, the xy coordinates, and substitute them into the equation that you created in step 2. So one of the coordinates that you have has an x and a y value. So the y value is going to be substituted for y. The x value is going to be substituted for x. You've already put in a slope, and now you can solve for b, which is step number 4. Once you get an answer, you'll have your y-intercept. You can then write the equation, and you can set up m, the slope, and b, the y-intercept, the slope that you found in the first step, and the y-intercept b that you found in the 4th step. That's step number 5. The last step, step number 6, you're going to check that equation that you created by plugging the second set of coordinates that you had into it and solving it out. So let's see how that actually works. Here are the 2 coordinates that I have, 2, 3, and 1, negative 3. In order to use the slope formula, I need to take a look at having an x1, y1 and having an x2, y2. So I'm going to insert those into here, and it's y2, so I'll put that there, minus y1, which I'll put right there, and x2, which I'll put right here, minus x1, which I'll put right here. And if I go ahead and solve that out, it equals negative 6 over minus 1, which equals 6. Step 2, I get to replace the m in the equation. So here's the equation, and I replaced m with the 6. I am now going to use this and take one of the sets of coordinates. In this case, I'm going to take 2, 3, and I'm going to put them into there. So we have 3 equals 6 times 2 plus b. And now I'm going to solve the equation for b. So I have 3 equals 6 times 2 plus b, which is 3 equals 12 plus b. I need to get rid of 12 on this side, which means I'm going to do the same thing over here. And when I do that, it leaves me with 9 equals b. So I now know my slope, 6. I now know my y-intercept, negative 9. And I can write an equation using the slope and the y-intercept that I found. And there's my equation. Y equals 6x minus 9. I'm now ready for step 6, which means I take the second set of coordinates that I had over here and I plug them into this equation. So y is negative 3, x is 1, and there's the equation, and I can go ahead and solve it out. So I still have negative 3, 6 times 1 gives me 6, minus 9. 6 minus 9 is negative 3. Negative 3 does equal negative 3, so my check works. Let's take a look at 1e. Again, same 6 steps. So my first goal is to find the slope of these 2 coordinates. So I take y2 minus y1. I take x2 minus x1. I work that out. I get 0 over negative 9, which equals 0. I then replace for m the slope, so I have 0x, y equals 0x plus b. I then am going to use the coordinates 6, 5 and replace the y and the x in this equation. So I have 5 equals 0, 6 plus b. I then can solve the equation for the y-intercept. So if I multiply those together, I get 5 equals 0 plus b, which brings me to 5 equals b. So I now know my slope, 0. I know my y-intercept is 5. And I can write an equation that shows that. Y equals 0x plus 5. I can then go ahead and solve the new equation using the second set of coordinates that I haven't used yet. So I have negative 3, 5. So negative 3 is my x coordinate, so that's going to go here where x would be. And 5 is my y, that's going to go here. I then proceed to do the equation. I have 5 equals 0 plus 5, which, as you can see, 5 equals 5. So my check works out. I am good. All right, let's take a look at one last question, number 2. Number 2 is a little different than the first couple of problems. And it says, write the equation of a line with a slope of 2. So they're telling me what the slope is already. That passes through the point 3, 2. So here's my standard equation for the slope of a line. I know my slope is 2, so I can take that and replace the m with it. I have here my x coordinate and my y coordinate. My x coordinate is a 3, and my y coordinate is a 2. So if I multiply 2 times 3, I'm going to get 2 equals 6 plus b. I then can get my 6 over onto this side by subtracting, which is then going to give me negative 4 equals b. So I have my slope of 2, and now I have my y-intercept of negative 4. So I can show that the equation would be y equals 2x minus 4. Please use the problems that were solved for you tonight to do the additional problems on your homework. And remember, the key to success in math is not only working hard, but working smart.